Hey guys and gals, let's build and take a look at Tribute to Jules Verne's Books by LEGO. This is set number 40690, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review, so thank you LEGO for sending this to me. And this is a gift with purchase offer, so check the description for that. I do not have that information right now. So what you basically do, you have to spend so much through the official LEGO store, and then they will add this to your cart. As far as for doing it in person, I'm sure it's probably the same thing. But I've never been to a LEGO store in person, ever. I kid you not. I'm an ambassador. I like doing LEGO as a hobby, but yeah, I've never stepped foot inside of a LEGO store. The closest one is actually a state over. Okay, we have 4 bags of bricks, and it looks more like a micro build. We don't know how the build's going to be yet, and this was all packed loose in the box. And here's a set of, well, a sticker. Okay, that's not bad. There's only one. I think I could survive through that. Let's begin with bag 1. Let's move these out of the way here. And so if you're just joining me, or this is the first time you've been on this channel, this is essentially what I do when I get a new set. Especially if it's stuff that's provided to me by LEGO. We build it and take a look. So it's a in-depth, live, lengthy review with commentary and life events that I just want to vent, you know, that kind of thing. And why didn't they pack this stuff in here is beyond me. I guess it must be something different we don't know. Alrighty, let's get in here. I don't think we'll be needing that for a while, so I think it goes on this tile right here. It would have been nice if that was printed, but then it just jumps right on in. Okay, I have been busy. I got all those reviews filmed just to get more reviews in. I think I have 32 in total. This is the 29th that I have to do. It's going to take a while to do all these reviews, so I'll get there eventually. And let's bring this down here a little bit more for you. I may have to adjust the camera throughout the video. And I want to thank everyone for sending me your condolences. I appreciate it. I was working on my truck today. Well, it was 100 and something degrees, but I was in the shade, drank plenty of water. And working on the power windows. Well, the passenger one that wouldn't work. Well, I got it working. It was a project my dad and I were supposed to work on. And yeah, when I finally got all the stuff, so I thought, well, I'm going to start working on it now. And, you know, it works. Do it yourself or for the win. And yeah, got that done. And I don't know if it's been released yet or not. I'm going to try to squeeze it out. I got 2 sections of the outdoor amphitheater filmed. Nice, good building techniques. They're lengthy. But that's the whole goal, is to make them as boring and as lengthy as possible. You know what I forgot to do? We forgot to put together Jules Verne. Well, we'll find him eventually. There's the torso. Oh, here's his head. He's got a flesh tone head, or just, you know, light nougat. He's got one of these quill pens. Now, you know, speaking of Jules Verne, I've never really have read any of his novels free willingly. It was always stuff in school. You know how in school they force you to read, and in college it's not as friendly either. So do I like reading? No. College ruined it for me especially. And now it's kind of just, don't want to get into the whole, it's just not fun for me. There we go. So reading was not my thing, but Jules Verne and myself and many mock builders have something in common. We come up with these ideas from our imagination, you know. And that's just something cool because, well, yeah, some people are scared of the imagination. I don't know why. course, you get older, you outgrow your imagination. You know, I forgot to put this stuff here in the front. But for me personally, I like to just explore my mind, what's in there, what can I derive from an idea and make it into reality, that kind of thing. And just like today, I'm starting to work on an official soundtrack for my videos. So pretty soon you'll be hearing birds and nature in the background. I don't know about tutorials. Maybe mocks you will, but tutorials I'm not sure yet. And once again, nobody's home tonight, so I'm taking advantage, and I swear, when nobody's here, I have a Lego marathon. I mean, I don't have any tutorials. I don't know if I'll do a tutorial this week or film one. I'm going to try to get one out, or at least build one. But it's just a matter of finding some spare time to do it. And I've just been kind of wrapped up with work and everything else. I think that's where that goes. That's where it goes. This shouldn't be too long of a build. And so far, is it keeping my interest? Yes, it's still keeping my interest, but we're just starting. We haven't got to the micro stuff yet. It's kind of scary. And that's it for bag 1, with only just 2 pieces remaining. Okay, now we're going to see what's going on in bag 2. And yeah, this starting to look more like a micro build more than anything. Round 1x2 plates in dark blue. I don't think I've ever seen that color before. And I get this question asked, Jay, where do you get your parts from? Sets just like this. I kid you not, I don't go anywhere special to get them. I just basically mine them out of sets like this. Basically, here's the deal. You know, if you're like myself and you're limited on getting parts, this is the next best thing. Now, you don't have to rip apart your collection to get, you know, pieces. But sometimes you got to explore the imagination. Even Lego kind of touches on that from time to time. It's okay to take your stuff apart and reconfigure. It's like when you go and see a lot of the fancy builds at these conventions and stuff, it's all just stuff from our minds, you know. Just like the writings of Jules Verne, you know. I mean, you know. In fact, I think I've only seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea maybe once. Wow, we're just stacking a bunch of 1x1 plates right here. Yeah, it's been so hot here. Today is the 5th of May 2000, or 5th of June 2024. 5th of May was already a bad month for day for me as it was, but now, yeah, we are focused on doing this. But I think you guys and gals are gonna like the campground stuff. And yeah, I could use these. Not in that color, but you know, yeah, I can get a couple of them. Good for prototyping. And then this goes. Alright, something's going to be a problem. I'm not really in the mood tonight to build sets. But unfortunately, that's how it's supposed to go like that. Unfortunately, though, I gotta get it done. This one's due like in 15 days, and it has to be done lickety-split. Alright, well, I haven't seen that piece in that color before. It's got the two adjacent studs. Oh, there it is. These pieces are cool, only if they weren't rounded on the back. Well, put that in wrong. So yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of these builds done here. I don't know about the amphitheater. I got like 3 weeks to get that booger done, and I don't even think I'll even have it close. So I'm hoping to get as much done on it as I can. Okay, and then this goes right here. There we go, just like that. I'm not sure why it looks the way it does, so I'll figure it out eventually. I don't know, I heard a car door. Do I need to be worried? I can always use these. This goes down here. There we go. And I'm sorry I'm a little quiet. Just really don't have a whole lot to say. It's Wednesday evening. I got done with a bunch of work. It feels like I'm not getting caught up with work-related stuff. And yeah, it's just been a whole bunch of chores that I've been doing. And this one goes right here. And then after that, 2 more plates. I like this light royal blue because I don't have a whole lot of it. Make a good house, maybe like for a house color for a beach house. Do I have any of it? Very rare. It's a very rare color. It goes right there. That's a lot of snot brick methods there. It's like the other side's mirrored. I did read one of your comments saying my kids must be very lucky to have me build Lego. They can build Lego. I don't have kids, sadly. If I did, I don't know, we'd be fighting over the bin, I guess. I don't know. I would never deny my kids going into the Lego room. Okay, this one is slightly different. Okay. I've been working a little bit on my TV tuner project, and it's going through storage. Found an old police scanner, and it was still new in the box. And I thought, was this something my dad had he forgot to mention, or what? So I mean, it just had probably 6-7 inches of dust on it, so I just pulled it out and plugged it in, and yeah, it has never been used. And I thought, well, it's mine now. I've been kind of tinkering with it. I've been trying to figure out how to program it. It's not one of the fancy digital ones, but just trying to see if I can make it work and all that stuff. Okay, this one's kind of long here. It's just mostly medium, small to medium pieces. It is what it is. Matter of fact, I wish Lego would bring out, this would have been a great fall set. I don't know why they're bringing this out during the summertime. But, you know, it's Lego, sometimes they do some bizarre things in terms of releasing things. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. I think it's supposed to go with that over there. And everybody around here is starting to get bored. And you know, not to stir the kettle or poke the hornet's nest, but I was like, you all told me you didn't want to do anything this summer. I still got work to do, so that's what we're doing. It's not that I want to do it. I mean, honestly, I can take a breather if I want. But I can tell you right now, this is meant to be a display piece. And it looks like these two go together. Kind of ugly, huh? Yeah, I don't know. And we got to stick it inside of here. Now, at this point, it's not modular anymore. Okay. So this is meant to look like a book that's opened. There we go. And that's it for bag 2. We still haven't even hit the sticker sheet yet. Okay, let's see what bag 3 has. Ooh, those look pretty interesting. And here I was cleaning off my memory cards for tutorials. Well, looks like I won't be filming tutorials, but I'm going to get me another pack of memory cards. When I started upgrading everything, I just bought I bought 2 memory cards. Because I was going to transfer over just doing strictly tutorials until I got into the ambassador thing. And at that point, I figured, well, I probably won't need as many memory cards, but now, yeah, I'm going to need to buy a few more. I sure like that bluish green color. So this is not built the same as the bottom half. I can always use these. Now, if I'm running into a problem, I'm going to start pre-sorting parts. Makes it faster. When you start getting into the build, you can get done with it a lot faster if you pre-sort. So you could do that before, you can do it during. Like I'm doing mine during. It's fine, you can do it any way you want. It's your Lego set. Any way will work for you is the correct way. As I always get that, Jay, what's the correct way to build a Lego set? Sometimes I get that question. Any way that works. Okay, I've never seen this piece in a 2x3 before. Yeah, I've overflowed on some of these type of plates, so I'm gonna, like angle plates, so I'm gonna start pulling out the earth tone colors and start setting those off to the side for when I do the terrain building. And my 2x2 bricks are overflowing, so I'm gonna start pulling out maybe blues, put blues in their own bin, and just plan it out there. Yeah, so far the build is pretty relaxing, except I forgot to put that piece here. Yeah, it seems like I'm kind of in a hurry. I want to get back into doing something else right now. It's not Lego related, but actually I'm working on coding up my TV tuner project. I got it working more or less, but I need to make up an app for the phone or the tablet so I can view it on there. Yeah, it's been so hot. I've been just drinking lots of fluids like water and stuff. I don't drink soda when it's hot, or Coke, or Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper, because it just makes me thirstier. So I just stick with just plain old water. Now Jules Verne is slowly walking to the end. He's walking through bag 3. Ooh, we got nice coral in there. Well, what is this, a mosaic? I tell you, I got my mom hooked to the smart stuff. She likes the TV tuner thing. She's like, can I watch TV on my tablet, like live TV? I said, sure. I said, no, I can just log you in. I said, I'm still working on it, so it's going to be kind of buggy. She really likes it because she doesn't have to get up and turn on the TV or anything like that. She can just be right at the tablet. And she likes the fact that she can turn on and off the kitchen lights or the hall lights. If she leaves something on, she can check the tablet, and if it's on, she can just flip off the switch. I'm like, yeah, what do you think I'm doing all that for? So if I forget something, I don't have to get up out of bed. Just flip a switch and I am done. Alright, and then now this goes back here. So, okay. Goes right in these two spots right there. You can see a mirror. So right there. There we go. Okay, that's what they use the corner pieces for, to kind of fill in the middle. Yeah, it looks like a little book. If you can't close it, the book is staying open forever for reading. Okay, I see a sticker coming up. And in addition to all that, I'm going through a bunch of parts. Like, I just have tons of pieces that I've been parting out from sets, and I thought, you know, I don't need to go out and order parts. There's some pieces I still need to order, so I'm going to do just that. But I'll tell you, plant pieces, I got enough of them. Okay, you need 10 of these. They're going on like that. Okay, I've got one more. And we got to tile the face of this off here. Remember, that sticker is going to go right on that tile. I saw this on the box and I thought, you know, first impressions, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it looks interesting, but you know, I'll give it a whirl. I can't knock it down until I build it. Knock it, I have to try it, so I don't knock anything down. And the mosquitoes out here have been so thick. I'm seeing my hair flaking all the place. I got to get a haircut still. And I haven't done that yet. Okay, I got to put a sticker number 1. Well, it's the only one on there. Just make sure the J is facing on the left side. Lego would have been better if you actually printed that. It'd have more meaning. But it's cool though, nonetheless. I can't get that one in there. Boy, it's just fighting me. Alright, and this goes right here. Really going to have to push that in. There we go. And And that's it. No more stickers. Alright. I mean, this is going to be a nice little display piece, especially if you have like a reading room or a library. This would look really good. It has just for, you know, if you want to run out and go get this set. I mean, if you're into Jules Verne memorabilia, yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. But if you're just into just buying sets, and I maybe just mentioned this in the review. I mean, would I run out and get this? You know, honestly, no. It's got some nice... I've never seen these in light aqua. But would I run out and get this? Most likely not. This is more for like older builders, like teenagers to adults. I don't... Honestly, it's got nice colors to it. But I don't think a kid's going to sit down and really build this. Unless she or he is really into the reading of Jules Verne. I think you guys and gals are going to like the tutorials for this for the rest of the year and the mocks. One of the mocks I'm kind of excited to start working on. It's not a house. I think you guys and gals will enjoy it, and I'm hoping to get it done soon, or at least start the second mock. The amphitheater I'm still working on right now. Alright, so the wedges are going to be right here. So it slides in like that. Alright. It's easier to put these corners in first, then the slopes. Alright, so that's bag 3. We had no pieces remaining. And honestly, just for the size of this has got some weight to it. Yeah. And finally we have bag 4, which is probably all the accessories that go on this. Now, honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, this doesn't have a whole lot of play value. I think that's what's going to kind of cream the score on this set here. And the box was packed a bit sloppy. Pieces are not damaged. The bags are numbered. There's no brick separator, so be sure to provide your own. Okay, well, let's start pulling out parts. And I was taking apart a mock today, or a tutorial, and I broke a 2x2 round plate. And you can probably guess what color that was. And I was just like, you're kidding me, right? One of those type of studs. So I don't know how old the reddish brown was, but for the most part, yeah. That's not too bad. Oh, we got these in sand blue. Okay. Trying to find the parabola dish that goes on the bottom of that. Oh, it's gold. I was looking for orange. And that's warm gold, too. That's pretty cool. Matter of fact, the only thing I do read today is basically tech stuff. That's my pleasure reading, or going to Reddit and read all the drama that's going on. Ooh. But for the most part, it's... Well, I can tell you right now, this is going to be all micro build. There was a GWP Lego had, and it's basically like a summer set. Like, why didn't they send me that? I sound greedy, I know, but that's what it looks like so far with the stick. Oh, and the stick goes right here. So I guess it's like a little balloon popping up. Okay. And now I'm starting to think about pulling up a grocery list for a new PC build. Okay, I guess you're supposed to hang it over by one stud. They don't show it there. You have to look at it closely in the book. Because I thought maybe it's, you know, right there. Because you really can't even see it here. That's how it's supposed to be. Well, at least I'm finding all the pieces that I don't need right now. That's good. And I needed a bunch of these for a project. I've been pulling some of them off the sets, but I've already filmed the tutorial. Had to come up with some kind of a nasty alternative way, and I thought, well, I already got it filmed, I'm not going to redo it. So there'll always be a second revision. That's what I'll probably end up doing. Okay, that's a lattice piece. Got some of these clouds. Or a minifigure base. It depends on how you look at them. Okay, now I found it. And then the next step is a bunch of these. I've already pulled all these out. I always need these type of pieces, but not in sand yellow. Maybe if you're having some, maybe if you're making a sand yellow Casso or something, but okay. Track's supposed to be here. Oh, put the fences on here. This is an old part too that I've had when I was a kid, is these type of fences. A 1x4x1 lattice fence. I mean, it's a nice part, just a bit dated for today's time. Yeah, it might be working fast for some, but you know, when you're on a deadline, you don't want to just sit on a set because there's other things that I want to do. And yeah, so when this one's supposed to be released, I'm going to move some of the other reviews around, but there will be no tutorial spared. So usually if I have a tutorial done, yeah, the tutorial comes before reviews. But I don't have nothing ready for you guys and gals, so we are missing... Oh, wait a minute, I made a mistake. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, if you make a boo-boo like I did and you don't have a brick separator, ouch. You can see how I'm struggling right now. So this goes right here in the middle, so don't like that. Okay, So make sure you put that 1x4 special plate in there. All right. Oh, I was like wondering what my head was bumping into. No, it's this light overhead. Just trying to think of how I want to build my new table. I have all the stuff to do it. I just got to get off doing it. I just don't have time. Okay, and then this sits here. Now, I'm going to be very careful. I don't want to push this thing and have it collapse. See how it's fighting me here? See, it's not going in. Alright. Let's start right over here. You maybe... Yeah, this is kind of... Well, I want to keep it kind of... I want to keep this channel now family friendly, but it's not really user friendly. Boy, that's wiggly. Look at that. That's wiggly. Look how wiggly that is. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Making sure. I hope we don't have to press anything on that too hard. That'd be like this is starting to come up. This is, so I'd say the durability on this thing is average. I think this is just meant to look at and go, you know, for the oohs and the ahs. And that's essentially what this is. It's just, and you know, just a set that looks good on a shelf. It's a shelf queen. And this thing goes right here. You notice I'm not a... Okay, let me do an overhead shot here. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. I was looking at it thinking, wait a minute, how's this supposed to get in? I had to count studs there. Obviously this is a boat. The propellers. Okay. Huh. Oh, okay. It's that quarter-round warm gold tile. Oh, that's silver metallic or gold, gold ink. That's what it looks like right there. Yeah. So yeah, this is a boat. And it's not too bad for what it is. Yeah, I'm trying to learn to do different ways to do my hand orientation, so you're not, some of you told me I'm kind of, my hands are in the way. Sometimes I just can't help it, but now I'm trying to figure out other ways to actually film these where it's not like my hands are about to break off. Okay, so far it's what it looks like there. But you know what? Okay. Sit even right with that line right there. It looked kind of funny at first. Now I know why. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's just a typical micro build. Is it something special? The figure is probably cool. How many people have an official Lego Jules Verne minifigure running around their collection? Well, I didn't until now. So up to this point, it's kind of rare, except for the other ambassadors who probably got this. Do I really care? Not particularly, because he's not a mock. Huh. Oh, because I didn't press it down all the way. It's like, why isn't this lined up? You got some gold pieces in here. Making sure nothing's flashing. We don't want the memory to run out again. I like these 1x2 plates of pound. Okay, we gotta make 2 cars for the train. I mean, it's not too bad. We'll do this part first here. Did you see some silver metallic whatchamacallits. Now Lego, we do have round tiles. They got plenty of studs. They'll look better than these, but you know better than me. Uh-oh. Heard the door close. I guess my time's over. Yeah, I'll go see what's going on here when I get done. I got a do not disturb sign on the door. Sometimes, you know, I need a break. Hey, at least I'll have work to keep me company this whole summer. And then, okay, this goes right here. So if you're looking for roller skates, well, yeah, there's a bunch here. I gotta go check the filter in the air conditioning, make sure everything is the way it should. Make sure you put this piece here upside down. We got a smoker's special here, a vapor special. There we go. I mean, for the most part, it is an interesting build. You know what I've got to do? Put the clouds back here. And that's it for the tribute to Jules Verne. Okay, so now this is what we have left right here. And we're going to start setting up. Not too bad. Okay, pretty much this is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep him right on here. And I don't have to mess with him. And you can tell how easy this tour is going to be. No close-up tour, it's just whatever. And that's essentially what we're going to be doing here. Let me make sure here. That's a little wash. I think I got the brightness up too bright. Here's the back right here, so I may have to go up a little higher. Let's back this up a bit more. And this is not a bad build. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go add the tour with the review, because this is pretty easy here. It's not going to be hard. It's going to probably take longer to set the camera up than anything else. And there we go. And somebody's already going to be bothering me already because I'm trying to get this done here. And you know what we need to do? Plug in the floodlight, and then I'll readjust the brightness here. Let me readjust it now. And before I forget, let's do the focus. But for the most part, it's an interesting build. Not my... let's turn that down there, and then we'll flip this on. I mean, we don't need it like that. And it's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so now, well, that's it. We're already set up. So now we're going to do the formal tour. Here is the tribute to Jules Verne's books. And if you watch me on my second channel, this is exactly where we left off with the build. And as you can see, it's basically a micro build. So here we have Jules Verne, nice minifigure. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to go after him, especially if they're into Jules Verne novels. And anybody can help me what this stuff is. I can't remember if this is supposed to be a submarine or a boat. I haven't. Last time I saw 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I think that's one of the movies. It was years ago, back in high school. And we got a train up here, and here's the top with some clouds. A little balloon. And yeah, I'm not much of a reader. At least I'm being honest with you. And there's that sticker right there. I wish that was printed. It would have been really nice. And this is essentially what it is. So we're just taking a complete dime tour. That's what it looks like on the bottom. Oh, somebody's taking a nap. Jules, you gotta get back to writing. But that's pretty much what this is. It looks nice. It's merely just a display piece. So we're going to start with play value, and this is exactly what this is. It's just a shelf queen. It's not meant to be played with. So you can just set this on your shelf, especially if you have a reading room or a little library in your house or just an area that you want to display memorabilia like this. This would be fine. But as far as for play, it's lacking. Build quality is average. This is a micro build, and yeah, this kind of feels flimsy. This balloon just feels flimsy. All around, just like I mentioned with play value, this is just meant to look at. It's not meant for you to play with or roughhouse or anything like that. Build experience, I'd say, was pretty good with this one. It kept my interest throughout the build. So it wasn't something that I was like, okay, I got to hurry up and get this done. It was pretty interesting how it was constructed. Now, if you're not a fan of small pieces, this set does have some, but it's not too bad. It's really good with just medium pieces. There's some small pieces, but it's not like you're putting a bunch of 1x1s together. For the most part, you're going to get at least a good, decent build experience out of this. It's not a long build. It's not lengthy. The instructions are easy to follow. Now, there's one thing to note. This set did not come with a brick separator. So if you put two plates in the wrong area, make sure you have a brick separator handy. It would have been nice if one came with this, but I think it's due to piece count. So this is just meant to just be displayed once you build it. So you don't have to take it apart or anything like that, unless you want to for parts. But for the most part, it does have a nice selection of pieces, smaller parts that I could use for smaller builds, like interior stuff. So it does have a nice part count. Now, could you put this in a Lego City? Not really. unless you make yourself a museum and you have like some ropes going around here and you can just have people walk around and have him as the guy that likes to talk about things. So hey, you can have Jules Verne in your museum. But other than that, though, there's not a whole lot you can do with a Lego City. Like I said before, there is some good parts you can use for the set. Or if you want, you can expand on this and make it larger. Or maybe make it minifigure scale. Would be really cool. So it's got some potential for that. So my final score is an 8.5 out of 10. Just because some of this stuff just feels flimsy. No brick separator. And I wish this was printed. I'm not really dinging off for the sticker. But I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be getting this set just for this. So just remember, this is a gift with purchase offer, so you'll have to clear so much through the official Lego store to have this put to your cart. As far as for an official Lego store, like a brick and mortar store, I'm sure they also have that promotional offer running as well. So you may want to call ahead to find out. But I mean, honestly, it's not a bad build. It was just not my type of build, but it's still enjoyable nonetheless. But tell me what you think.